are 2016 trends. A lot of these trends you'd notice you're already integrating into functionality of website. A lot of these trends you will want to take back home and think how you can implement them. We spoke about value addition to our clients, saying that we are not just technology shops who build product on PHP. We actually add value to our clients. And how do you add value is because you can be the most up-to-date shop in your city. You can provide the best and most logical solution that is up to date with times to your client. So I'm going to take you through some of the key trends of 2016, and hopefully you guys can take this back home, give it a think, and understand how to utilize these trends in your businesses. So trend number one is move to context data. Right? The traditional method of marketing in the buying process was basically awareness, interest, desire. We've all been to school and we've all seen how eventually we move down to value-focused thinking. And now, of course, there's disruption, right? There's no real method to how companies are selling. Customer acquisition is happening across the board. The marketing dollar has gotten so much more expensive with these big e-com guys coming in who are throwing money at customer acquisition, and CACs are jumping up to $6 and $7 across e-commerce, and that logically makes no sense to you, right? You sit down as a product designer saying, hey, I'm building an e-commerce website for my client who's selling LG televisions, but I can't acquire any customers, right? Because Amazon has killed the market and I can't acquire any customers. So the buying decision has now become non-linear from a customer standpoint. And while we do build websites, we do build products and mobile apps, it's very important to understand how the consumer is thinking. Because if we don't understand how the consumer is thinking, then we are not building a product that serves a solution for that consumer. We're building a product that serves a solution for our client, who is a business, but if he is not generating any revenue or any ROI or any traction on that product, what is the point? Trend number two is empathy mapping. So YouTube released a survey at the end of 2015, and YouTube said that if we had to put all our content into categories, naturally Bollywood would be the largest category because most people come to consume Bollywood content. The second largest category that people come to consume content is humor. And I'm sure we've all seen the All India Bakchods of the world come and do their funny stuff on YouTube, and we've all spent many hours laughing at their bad language. The third thing that YouTube actually said works best for content on the internet is empathy, believe it or not. So it becomes important for us to take a step back from what we are trying to do to understand how our consumers are thinking and feeling, what they are looking at, basis what they look at, what they do, and basis the environment they're in, what are they hearing to. By doing so, we start understanding the pain point of the consumer, and we start understanding the opportunities for gain for our customers. By doing this, we are also ensuring that the product that we build is actually serving as a solution to a problem that the customer is facing or the user is facing. And it's not just one additional touch point. Back in 2008, 2009, 2010, 2011, when most of your clients came to you, they said, boss, mujhe website banana hai. Kyun banana hai? Kyunki that's the new in thing to do. Someone said it here. My dad didn't understand digital, but the client's dad didn't understand, but the son came and said, boss, mujhe website banana hai. Kyun? Kyunki sab log website bana rahe. And that is a cool thing to do. But today, it's not just another checkbox on your marketing list. Ki things to do, I have to deploy this outdoor, this standee, etc. I have to make one website. Today, you want to treat it as a solution to a business problem that a business has, and therefore serve as an opportunity to a customer who can potentially interact with that business or brand. Trend number three, personalization is the way to go. We briefly spoke about in the mornings when Sridhar asked the question is, where do you see the industry and your business moving forward in the next 3 years? Someone said, I look at a lot of automation coming in, 60% automation and 40% customization. But a large chunk of customization is actually very, very dependent on personalization. The benefit of the internet today is that you can personalize the experience for every different category of user that comes to your website. If you have younger users who are coming to your website from social, you can design a specific landing page that talks just to these young guys. If you have more mature consumers who have a higher intent and discover your website from search, you can have a specific dedicated section to consumers who come there. Basis their intent, you can develop products that have specific specific call to actions that actually personalize the experience for each person who comes to the website. So someone comes in thinking that today I am going to buy a TV, I'm not coming to browse. He should have a different navigational experience on the website versus someone who says, hey, I'm just coming to look around today. I will check out 5 TVs here. I will check out 5 on Amazon and 5 on Flipkart. Maybe next week on Sunday when I have nothing to do, I'll come and make my purchase. So the intent is different. And if the intent is different, then as product creators, why can't we personalize the experience of how we actually serve product to people who come to this product with different intent? Trend number 4, thumb-stopping content. Where has this term thumb-stopping content come from? Today, the most frequent thing that we do today is scroll up with our thumbs, right? We spoke about the importance and the relevance of mobile today and how most content consumption is actually happening on mobile. Now, what's important for us as product designers, as product developers, as product managers, and product creators is that we create destinations or we create content that actually has the ability to stop someone's thumb from scrolling and get them to take a step back and notice what you're doing. As you guys noticed on the first slide, people are spending up to 2 hours of content consumption on their mobile phones today, up to 4 hours of content consumption on their PCs today. And a lot of this content comes in front of all our faces and all our eyes. And what we're doing with this content is we're consuming it, and 80% of it is going through our heads and coming out from the other side. We're not really consuming it. How often do you stop and take notice of any marketing or promotional material that's pushed at you? How often have you stopped and taken notice of an ad? How often have you stopped and taken notice of a website that you didn't expect to pop up in front of you, pop up by virtue of you getting clicking on a backlink or an affiliate link from something that you're reading? Couple of examples how this work. GIFs are back big time, and you guys would have seen a lot of GIFs being played across different media, across different mediums. And the intention for us is, so GIFs are just a trend of 2016. They may be gone in the next 3, 4, 5, 6 months. But the intention of putting this slide here is to understand how you can capitalize on a trend to actually get your customer to stop scrolling and take notice of what you're doing. Cinema graphs are back big time. Has anyone seen this? We'll come to the click here later. Let's not click and get distracted. Trend number 5. Virtual reality is going mainstream. So the reason I put this slide here is because it's very important to understand how products we build are now starting to get experiential in nature. And when I mean experiential in nature, you notice that the products that you build will largely fall into 2 categories. And the 2 categories of products that you build will be utility products, where a product serves a particular utility for the user who comes to access it. The utility could actually be transactional in nature or non-transactional in nature. And the second bucket of products that you'll end up building for your clients are entertainment related products, where someone doesn't really need to come there, but they're coming there because it's entertaining for them, because they want to consume content, because they want to read articles, listicles, 10 best places to go, 5 top restaurants in Delhi, that all best Bollywood songs of 2016, best music videos of Katrina Kaif, all falls into the entertainment section, where we don't need this data in our lives, but we come there because it's entertaining to us, and that is our version of doing time pass. That's what the equivalent of television is. It's us doing time pass. And the second section of products, as I spoke about, is utility products. Utility products where someone wants to buy online, where someone wants to check the prices of a train ticket, where someone wants to check the terms and conditions on their insurance policy. And that serves a utility to my functional life. Now, as far as building these experiences are concerned, the question a lot of us ask ourselves is, how do I take these experiences out of that box or out of that tablet or out of that phone and make it slightly more experiential? How do I get the user to commit to me as a company, a brand, a marketer by managing to envelope him in a digital ecosystem and environment, but in a slightly more engaging fashion? So virtual reality is a great example of how virtual reality is actually going mainstream today. I think this video will work if you click on it. Okay. Someone said what's happening in the next 3 years in the first section, and someone said in the next 3 years, video content is going to overtake the internet. And that's very true today. Video content has led to become the most aggressive form of content consumption on the internet today. Whether you talk about dedicated video consumption platforms like YouTube or Vimeo, or you talk about product designers and developers like you that are now using video backgrounds on websites that are dramatically increasing the weight of the website, but also increasing the engagement equity quotients of consumers on these websites when they land there. Video consumption prior to, if you would have noticed, Facebook today, when you log on to your timeline, for every second post has a video feed there. Now, prior to Facebook launching its own proprietary video stream platform, which is still not fully developed, Facebook used to prioritize video as content type number 4. Content type number 1 was text, content type number 2 was image, content type number 3 was actually an external link, believe it or not, where you would go outside the environment of Facebook, and content type 4 was video. Why is that? Because not only do you go outside Facebook, you're basically going on to YouTube to consume the video, but you're also going outside Facebook for up to 2 or 3 or 4 minutes. So the average time per session spent on consuming that video has now, and Facebook used to do about 8 minutes per user per day prior to launching their own video algorithm. Now that they have their own video product, Facebook's average time per user per day has gone up from 8 minutes to, believe it or not, 37 minutes. Just by virtue of the fact that they have now built their own video product and they're allowing users to consume this video. They're pushing this video content to them, saying, hey, consume my video content. What do they do by doing that? They increase the advertisable inventory. Because they've increased their ATS, they're now going back to brands saying, hey, we have more evolved users, we have more engaged users, you should pay us more. This is also giving content creators an opportunity to now explore these platforms to enhance their content experiences. Now, why this is important for us as product designers is because it's important for us to understand that people now want to watch video. Someone spoke about when we had the long and heated debate and discussion about Big Rock in the morning, the point I cited is that Big Rock is actually doing something called category creation. What YouTube and Facebook have done for video is they have done category creation. They have tuned the mind of users to log on to the internet and expect to see great video content. So when a user lands on your product, he's still expecting to see great video content because that's how his brain is working today. The user lands on Facebook today, which is where probably most of his time spent outside of his email inbox is on Facebook. And he's seeing one video every 2 posts. He goes to YouTube for his daily dose of entertainment and he's only seeing video. So when he comes back to your product or to your website, to your app, can you serve him video content? If yes, how can you do it in the smartest fashion to keep him engaged, to increase your client's engagement, to increase the average time per session on your website? We have another case study which we will look at after we're done with the presentation. And just to give you some key stats to validate how video is working, there are about 60 million people, give or take, that are accessing, this is a YouTube stat, that are accessing YouTube, and this is specifically from desktops. There are about 80 million people per month on an average that are actually consuming content on YouTube in totality. And they're consuming about 3.7 billion videos. That's about 414 minutes spent by each video every month just consuming video content. This fundamentally explains the first slide where we said that the time spent watching TV has now gone down to under 2 hours and the time spent on digital has now gone up to over 4 hours. Clear shift in change of content consumption patterns. Believe it or not, this 3.7 billion views is what India generates per month with its users. Globally speaking, YouTube says that we have a category of videos. We spoke about categories earlier. YouTube has a category of videos called how to. Right? And I'm sure everyone must have gone to YouTube at some point of time and said, how to tie a fancy knot for my tie, how to make spicy chicken curry. And believe it or not, YouTube has actually become the second largest search engine today after YouTube. And the how to category by itself generates 4 billion search queries every single month on YouTube, believe it or not. We've got a case study which we'll come back to later.
The following film has been rated F. All characters in this film... Oh wait, there's actually only one character in this film. All characters in this film are real and any resemblance to said characters alive, making faces or twerking is purely intentional. This is a mountain for dramatic effect. This is a mountain behind a dude on a boat. And this is Sarath. Hello there, Sarath. Sarath is from Chennai, where cold winter only exists in school textbooks and full of swag. Okay, back to Sarath. Sarath's intention was to use social media to get refreshed.
No, but by profession.
He recently won a contest with Foster's, which is why he's here. But this story is not about him, although he's in it. This story is about the journey he's about to undertake. A journey to find the coldest place in India. Needless to say, Foster's is paying for it. Needless to say, this guy wants it. So pack your bags, Sarath. It's about to get damn cold. So, we came to Leh. Leh was once the capital of the Himalayan kingdom of Ladakh. So why are we here? Because we couldn't make it to the moon? But mostly to get refreshed. Welcome to Khardungla, the world's highest motorable pass and one of the most beautiful pit stops on our damn cold journey. Can it get colder than this? Yes, it can. Q. Snow. Q. Sarath struggling to walk in the snow. Q. Cute dog in the snow. Q. Asses in the snow. Say hello to your dad's favorite desktop wallpaper, Pangong Lake. If we're lucky, we may even get Sarath to take a dip in the freezing Pangong.
Come on, Sarath, do it. No way, no way. It's damn cold!
Well, there you have it. Sarath conquered Ladakh. He had a trip that was truly unforgettable. He saw spectacular sights, breathtaking beauty, and nature at its majestic best that left him refreshed like never before.
I want to thank Foster's for taking me on this damn cold journey to the coldest places in India.
Thanks for watching. Share this video and subscribe to our channel, and we may just take you on our next trip.
Yeah, so the reason I showed you this case study is today basically just to extrapolate how you're fundamentally clear with how brands do lead generation campaigns in order to populate their databases so they can send mailers to clients, etc. And Foster's had built a microsite to do lead generation, basically to collect data to send mailers about offers that they were running at bars, etc., so on and so forth. And what they eventually did with that microsite is they managed to collect leads to the extent where they ran a contest on the microsite. One guy won the contest, and Foster's tagline is "It's damn cold." And the guy from Chennai who you saw on the screen won the contest, and they actually sent him to Ladakh in order to find the coldest place, which was basically their tagline saying "It's damn cold," which was then captured through a film that you saw. So the insight being that one small microsite that was intended to capture leads eventually became a contest. Contest became a trip to Ladakh, became a film, got 3 million views on that film, and the equity of the brand went from here to here in a matter of 3 weeks. So we've spoken about video consumption and the opportunities to create avenues for video consumption, which brings us to streaming. And you notice today that India is still a streaming dark market by virtue of the fact that we don't have good internet connectivity for live streaming. But there are products today that exist in the environment like Meerkat and like Periscope that allow you to generate experiences where your consumers can consume these experiences virtually, remotely, by sitting anywhere in the world or anywhere in the country. And if your clients are doing anything interesting across the board, across the country, their potential customers and clients have the opportunity to experience these experiences across the board.